Like, share, subscribe. Live for Love TV. Awesome!
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Live for Love TV.
Hi, Akuya here. I'm watching Live for Love TV. Live for Love TV, very educative program. Please subscribe, like, and share. Bless up, Aya.
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today is the first day of the 5th month of the 23rd year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing extremely well out there. I've got an opinion to run by you, which is just obviously my opinion. You agree, you disagree, you like, you share, or you don't. It's up to you. But it's just my opinion, and it's one of these opinions that there is no right or wrong to what I'm about to say. It's just we do things in different ways. So I'm going to tell you how I feel about something. Now, when I'm in the UK, in the US, Canada, or any Western country, Holland, anywhere I go nowadays, you go and you see a lot of families sitting down to have meals in restaurants. And maybe there's 5 or 6, maybe even up to 10 or whatever amount of people. And when the meal's over, you see people discussing who ate what. Yeah? You see people discussing who ate what, and some people say, no, I didn't have any of the macaroni cheese, or I only had a burger, or I had this, or I had that. And they're saying that because they're about to divide up the money it's going to cost to pay for the bill. And so what happens then is people start taking out their cards, and everybody's taking out the debit cards, the credit cards, and trying to work out who had what and how many drinks somebody had and who had the champagne and all that. And I am the Rick Van Winkle right now of this thing, because I must have been asleep for 40 years like Rick Van Winkle, because I don't know what happened. Because when I go out, if I say to some family members, 5, 6, 7, come out to a meal, I pay for that meal. I invited them out, and I don't expect them to be talking about what they ate and what they didn't eat. I pay for that meal. That's just me, yeah? And that's the way I grew up. I grew up where people, you weren't expected to pay for their own meal. Now, if I wanted to have a meal by myself, obviously I'm going to pay for the meal. If I'm inviting people, whether it's my birthday or whatsoever, I'll pay for the meal. I don't understand what's happened, the way everybody's now divvying up who ate what, and there's confusion and argument, and you ate more than I did, and I shouldn't be paying for this. I mean, if you're going to go out for meals with people like that, I don't think you should even be at a table with people like that. I don't know what's come of the world. You know, I grew up where people had parties on their birthdays, and there were over 200 people in the rooms, upstairs and downstairs, 3, 4 rooms whatsoever, and the person who had the party paid for all the meals, all the curry goat and rice, everything was paid for by the person who's having the party. They wanted just your company. They want your company, and they pay for the meal. You know, you can bring something. You bring drink if you want. You can bring, maybe some dessert if you want. That's normal. That's just a common courtesy. But you won't expect to pay for a meal. I don't know what's happened to a world. I mean, if you've got office parties or office going out, and you all decide you're going to go out for a meal, and you're all in the office, and you really don't, let's put it like, you really don't like one another, but you're all gone out, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, everybody takes out their card. Maybe that's where it's come from. But when you're dealing with families and friends, this is absolutely, I think it's unacceptable. Unacceptable, you know. If I go out, if I say me and my sister go out and we invite 9, 10 family members, I say, sis, man, we'll go 50-50 and we pay for this. Nobody should be expected to pay for it. We're invited them out. Why are you inviting people out and then expecting them to pay for their own meals? What kind of invitation is this? Where does this come from? Who started this? I mean, what is the purpose of people paying for their own meal and arguing about round a table in front of other people about who ate what and who didn't eat what, and who should be giving him more? What kind of, if I'm on the other table and I hear that, I'm looking at that table and I'm thinking, what a disgusting set of people. I'm being honest with you. I don't care. I'll say it straight. It could be anybody related to me. If that's the way you're going to behave amongst you, and you call yourself family and your friends, what kind of behavior is this? People have funerals, and sometimes you have 300-400 people there, and it's the people who have the funeral who pay for everything. They pay for all the meals. I've seen people have funerals where people have gone up 2 times and 3 times to get meals. So how do we get to a point now where you can go to a restaurant with family members and everybody has to pay for their own meal? How do we get from that to this? What did I miss? Every man for himself. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I need comments. I need people to explain to me how this happens. I don't understand. You invite me out and then you expect me to pay for my meal. Now I can pay for any meal. I can pay for the whole table. But I'd rather the person who invites pay for it, or me, I'd rather pay for it. But I don't want to be part of a group where everybody's taking out their own personal cards and paying for it, because it looks, to me, I find it embarrassing when I see other tables do it. And I hear them arguing about what ate who ate what, and what, how much did that cost, and you had the scampi, and you had a steak, and you had what's this? Why are you eating with these people? You don't have to eat with them. You can eat by yourself. Why, if you're eating with people or you're socializing with people, when you go to Africa, I mean, the thought of people taking out their individual cards when you go to a restaurant with the people in Africa is laughable. Absolutely. I don't know anywhere on the continent of Africa where that could happen. And I've seen people with 10, 15, 30, 50, 100 people at tables, and there's always somebody footing the bill. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen, and people don't argue about who ate what. You eat what you want. That's why you're there. Your family, your friends. You eat what's on the table. You eat what you want, or order what you want. That's just how it is. If we believe that there's somebody that's coming to the place who's going to eat us out of house and home and has no respect for us whatsoever, then you wouldn't invite that person. If you feel they've got a track record of doing that, then you wouldn't invite them. But once you've invited the people, come on, put your hand in your pocket. I know some of the young people come from, a lot of the young people I hear doing this, they've got no real concept, but there's no family values. They haven't grown up with family values, and they have no concept of what real family is. So this is why this can happen. But it's a very, very sad state of affairs to me, and I'm not party to it anyway. So, and I'm glad the way my parents brought me up, we don't roll like that. We don't roll. My parents bring us out, or the family come out. The bill is footed. The only thing we're invited you is because we want your presence. We want your company. We don't want your money. We want your presence. We want your company. That's it. Short and long of it. Yeah. So I had to say that because this modern kind of way that people are doing things now. It's just something way beyond me, and I don't take a party to it. So if you're like that, and you want me to come to anything, don't invite me. I'm not coming. Yeah. Take care. Live for Love TV.
People, one step more, one step more, one step more, one step more, until you reach your goals. One step more. This is Live for Love.